Hot water tank.
Yeah,
Run antifreeze through it.
Yeah, this is going to be new now, so I'm used to bypassing it, draining it.
Put antifreeze in it.
But you still drain it though first, right? Pull the plug or the little.
Nah, don't have to. Run antifreeze through it till you see on the hot water side, you see antifreeze coming through.
Okay, so.
And you can open it up to verify that it's got antifreeze in it. When you see pink.
Where's that?
Right there. It's when you turn that. Oh, sorry.
No.
So that's
that black knob right there.
That's the little valve that like would drain
It'll
it or
open it.
it'll
Yeah.
open it. Okay. Yeah,
But definitely run it through it.
And this is running. This is just using 12. This doesn't really use a lot of power. This is using
12 volt.
12 volt, and then it's running on. You're running your propane all the time.
Yeah. And this switch, that's on the off position right there.
Okay, that was a question I had. So in the bathroom, there's another. So if this is off, does this kill everything?
If this is off, that won't work.
I got you.
So you have to have that on for your thermostat.
But this is the main what
Yeah.
you call disconnect.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Me personally,
Are they
leave them
reliant?
off.
It seems like everybody's using them now.
They're nice. You got hot water in like a minute and 15
Plus,
seconds.
if
less.
Well, I replaced our hot water tank, went kaput on Labor Day last year. And it's the Domitic with the gas, electric.
Mm-hmm.
At least I can get to it I could get to it inside. Some places you can't, you can't get.
It makes you wonder what the engineer was thinking.
At least I could flip it up, but
They
it's
weren't
still
a
not,
user.
it's still
Right.
not easy because the PEX fittings and how they don't give you any extra line. It's like you basically got to replumb to hook into the new one.
If it's not exactly like the old one, you're exactly right.
Yeah, it's a pain in the
Wait, I
ass.
have a question.
Yep.
You said you leave the switch off?
I'm not using it. There's no
I gotcha.
sense in
Okay.
bringing.
Okay, but we would leave it on when we're at the campground.
Yeah.
leave
When
it
you're
on.
but when we go
leave,
home,
you switch it off.
I would do like
just me.
whenever I went home, whenever we went home, the old one we ran on basically we ran it on electric. But when we packed up to go home for the weekend or whatever, I just shut it all off. I just shut everything off.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the beauty of this, you don't have to have water in it.
Yeah, we're
To
not,
turn
we're
it
not
on.
transporting water that way.
It only runs on flow.
Okay.
Okay.
Furnace exhaust,
Okay.
50 amp short cord.
That comes with it, or we have.
That's yours.
Okay.
Um,
Same deal. Spray the seal like our old camper.
Yep.
Spray the seals top and bottom.
Yep. And you want to make sure that these are out in the out position.
I had to do that with our camper too. When you run them in and out, all they did is just went like that.
Yeah. Yeah, dry silicone spray. You can, I would get up and make sure the slide doesn't have anything on top of it, and that top seal is in the out position. If it's in and it rains, that water's coming inside.
Yep.
Oh, so when we put the slide out, we need to go up there and do this check.
And just
check
to verify that it's
this
in the out
is
position.
out up there.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Or they sell slide toppers.
Yeah.
Slide toppers are nice. That way
I-
you don't have to get up there. You don't have to check and see if there's a leaf or leaves, sticks. If there's a stick up there and you run it in, it could rip a hole in your slide.
Just like the walnuts out in Iowa.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not okay.
We're not
I'm
fans of trees.
I'm a superintendent for. I have no problem getting up on the roof.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
So that's what I normally did anyway. The only question I have is, so with these slide outs, in your opinion, so we go home for the weekend, would you run them in or just leave them out? If we're just, it's just sitting there.
On your campground?
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Leave them
check
out.
if you're not 2-3 hours away,
Yeah.
or if you got friends down there that have access to can get into your camper to, hey, there's a storm coming.
Okay.
Maybe
Okay.
check the
What
weather.
about
Check the weather.
Some people, we never did. Some people put them extra jacks under the slide. Is that necessary with these things?
No, this is not a very big slide.
Even with is the fridge in this slide? The fridge is here. right?
Yeah, the fridge is right there.
So what do you have to do to lubricate down here?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Do not put anything on there.
Don't put
Say
any.
that again.
Lubricating the slide mechanism. Do not
Do
put
not
not.
put anything on
any.
it.
Because the reason I say do not is because dust, dirt, sand, if you're traveling, gets stuck on them. And when you run it in and out, it gets built up in them teeth and will compact in those gears and could skip a gear, skip it,
Cause problems.
cause problems.
So how this slide works is this is pulling it in.
It's your ram.
Is it a hydraulic or what is it?
It's electric.
It's electric. It's just ours had the
Yeah, gear.
Yeah.
Worms.
Gear, yeah.
That's a
Top
Swintech.
Swintech.
Yeah, this is through frame.
Okay. Some people take pieces of flexible magnet and cut around that because they say mice come in the road with it. I don't know.
Huh.
The hole right here.
Oh.
There's a couple of the fifth wheels. People complain about the mice, and they figured it out. So they get this. You get it on Amazon. It's a sheet of magnet. It's like you can bend it, and they cut it in half, cut it the size of that, and cover that hole up.
Huh. Where that rod's going through?
Yeah, with the rod.
Well, when you close it, that covers.
Hey, okay. All right, I see that. So don't put anything on there. Do you need to check? Is there anything you need to check on those jacks? Any fluid levels or anything like that?
No, those are electric.
Okay.
You're gonna hear this again on over at the other building.
Okay.
You're gonna want to check the sealant once a month. Anywhere you have silicone, here, anywhere you see silicone.
Okay.
It's not a warranted item. Only use 100% RV silicone. When we go over there, I'll show you what that stuff looks like.
Yeah.
Since you have a Brinkley model, the roof self-leveling is alpha. It's an alpha product.
Okay.
That's what Brinkley uses is alpha. A lot of these other units, they use dicor, but I know for a fact that Brinkley uses alpha.
Brinkley uses alpha.
Alpha self-leveling sealant.
Alpha self-leveling.
So I'm assuming
sealant.
that's not at the normal RV store.
Yeah, we got it. We sell it here.
Oh yeah.
And, huh? No, I'll get them when we come back. It ain't a bad idea to have a tube of each on hand. When you see an issue, address it right then and there. Because you might forget, where was that leak? I
Yeah.
saw it, but where is it?
This is one. I'm gonna ask you. I asked him if this was okay right here.
I'll have to look.
You look at this front ladder. It looks like it needs more of that stuff.
I'll check it out. I'm gonna tell you what, I don't even use those ladders.
Oh,
No.
Nope. Hell no. They use an 1.5 inch screw. These screws are an 1.5 inch long.
So what do? You just set
I
up.
use a
I got a
step
gorilla.
ladder.
My other one, I didn't have I have a gorilla ladder. I would just set it up and go up.
Yeah. They sell those telescoping ladders that go down to 2 feet
Yeah.
and extend to 12.5. Those are really nice. That way you can
So
you can
these
lean
are
them up
just little
against it.
1.5 inch screws. Okay.
Yeah, and as you know, you just went up there. All your weight was pulling back as you're going up. If that pulls out, your pelvis is broke, your back's broke.
I know.
I ain't got time for that.
no. I have a, so back to the slides. It sounds like it might be better for us to put the slides in when we leave.
You can get
In-
you
okay,
can
is
tuck
there-
steel wool around those holes.
Oh,
No,
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 I'm
no.
not talking about that.
She's talking about. You said something about like if it was going to get windy or stormy.
Oh, okay.
Stormy and stuff.
Yeah.
Because up at Lake Erie, anything
We're up-
Oh
happens.
yeah,
And
yeah.
we're 2 hours away.
Yeah.
So-
that might not be a bad idea to roll them in.
So is there any concern about moving slides in and out too often?
No.
Okay. Okay.
No, and both of your slides are through frame,
Okay.
which is nice.
And
The
level.
Swintech, they can get out of time.
Well, these are what? What did you say?
They're
Through
through
frame.
frame, through the chassis.
Uh-huh.
With the Squintech system, they
Oh,
can
yep.
get out of time. The motors,
Yeah.
one can go, and then it'll catch
I
up.
never had that problem, but I know people have.
Oh, we have seen it all.
The question on this, though, okay, so you were, I don't know. We're up in the UP of Michigan, and all of a sudden the slides won't go in, just for some reason. Like I don't know what I would have done if our slide never went. Is there a manual override where you go and you can put these in manually?
At the end of this ram
Uh-huh.
is the motor.
Okay.
On the end of the motor, you have to get into the underbelly,
Get into the underbelly.
find that motor,
Uh-huh.
and on the end of it is there's like a nut. So
Okay.
you have to get a socket. And
But you got to get into the
Right.
underbelly to get to it. How often is that? How often?
not very often. It's a brand new unit. I mean, it's nice.
I never had.
Brinkley's
We
is
never
nice.
got out of time on our other one. This is the same deal, and you control this from inside.
Like your control panel there.